I feel it is about setting the right kind of incentives.
How, what kind of policies do you think they could implement that could bring Google's headquarters to the UAE or Microsoft? So, I mean, you said they have the capabilities to do it. How would you do it?
I feel it is about setting the right kind of incentives. Of course, tax incentives are very, very important. We have seen, say, there are other countries like I think, say, Dublin, which is where Google's European headquarters are, for example, and they do have good tax policies, and that is what incentivize countries. And that is something that UAE already does. I think it is also about the culture of the country, which I feel UAE is does have a good culture, and it is able to. There's a lot of tolerance, which is something that they really pride themselves over, where it doesn't matter. Who you are, where you come from, what religion you follow, what you look like, but you have a place in the UAE, and I think that is again something which is very positive. And then there is also this sort of leadership push and this leadership dialogues that you need to be sort of having. So I think the structure of the economy is in place, the structure of the country is in place to be able to do it. There is a stronger policy push required to be able to attract these companies in that manner. And I do see that being possible to create that kind of a positive business environment. And it is a very business friendly country.
I hear your point, and it's a very good point. I'm just thinking about it from the perspective of foreign policy, and I could potentially see it causing problems with, for example, diplomacy with the US or other nations, or even Ireland, for example. So I could see it potentially causing friction on a global scale. How
Mhm.
would the Gulf address that?
Yes, I do understand that can cause friction with the US. But I feel, within the US right now, some of these companies are facing a bit of an issue, where if they do want to be manufacturing in some of the say Asian economies, there is a push to m- manufacture in the US, for example. And I think that is very hard to do because of just the supply chain, right? The supply chain is just cheaper to manufacture in some parts of the world as opposed to the other. And also building up some of these factories are very, very it's a very long-term process. So some of these companies are facing this increased regulation in the US, which might be hard for them to navigate.